everybody, it's Carla. I wanted to show you another journal that I've created. It's a tiny one, and I was using up scraps after cleaning up after all my little shabby chic journals that I've just made. If you didn't see that video, I made about 4 shabby chic journals, and I will link that video below in case you're interested in any of them. This one is super cute. It is only 3.5 inches by 5 inches, I'd say. It's really small. And let me make sure I was doing inches. Yeah, I was doing inches. And I call it Blessed. And I've used vintage trim. This really pretty lace here, and I decided to keep the back flat with not too many embellishments. And then on the front, well, first here's the spine, and it's a long strip of kind of rose applique and a little bit of eyelash trim. And then I have this velvety little flower that was from a bunch of hydrangeas, silk, well, they weren't silk, but artificial hydrangeas. And then I tucked in some tatting and vintage lace. And then this is kind of a fun little element underneath. There's a pretty little botanical cutout and the word wonder. And then some more lace trim and a little embellishment here. So this is the cover, and then it just ties shut with some rayon seam binding. And then inside I just had fun making all kinds of tiny pockets and tags. So I have a little belly band here with this pretty little botanical cutout, and it's just from Janet. The book's not in front of me. Forgot her name. It's Janet somebody's diary, kind of like oh goodness, the other diary where it's lots of pretty botanical pages. Anyway, enjoyed cutting out images from that book. And then just pages for journaling. It's quite a functional journal, even though it's tiny. And I've tucked in all kinds of vintage looking papers and tags. This was music paper that I sprayed with some Tim Holtz walnut spray. And I love the torn effect. And then there's a little piece of napkin that I decoupaged on several pages throughout the journal. There's another one. And some parchment paper, avocado dyed paper, more torn edge journaling paper. Here's a really pretty pocket I made out of a bag, a brown bag that had some damask print on it. And I just tucked in that sweet little tag with some tea dyed paper on the back. I'm really having fun doing the lacy fabric covers and then putting paper in for journaling. So I like to mix the paper and the fabric. Here's a little floral embellishment with some tiny flat backs. Actually, these were gifted to me from Shaz, these little punch outs. One day I'll get one of those machines that cuts the dies and does the pretty cutting. I haven't gotten that far yet. And there's a pretty little band to tuck tags underneath. Some tea dyed paper. I think I fit 3 signatures in here too. I did. So this is the center of the first signature. And here's a fun little pocket with some tags. This is the other side of that paper bag. And I just stitched a little pocket on the front. And then look at this. I have a tiny little tag here. You can see that. And then this is again from the Botanicals book, but I folded it and stitched it, so that's a pocket. And then a little paper flower, and then it flips open for journaling. That's the back. Oops, sorry for the glare. So it's one of my favorite little tags because it's just so fussy and cute, if you ask me. And then more pages for journaling. And when I have these really thin parchment paper pages, I find it easy to, or helpful to reinforce it with the really thin flat lace. It also helps turn the page. So there's more music paper. And this is another one that's a pocket. It's one of my little crowned tags. Goes in there. Lots of pages for journaling. And this is a pretty lace page right here. The lighting is very different today. The sun keeps going in and out. So that's that one. And there's a little satin ribbon rose there in the corner. And this is just several more pages of paper. And then there's a little, it says Hopeless Romantic, stitched in. A little bit of embossed pretty scrapbook paper. It's another just embellished page with some vintage wallpaper and more of the book page that I inked. This paper again is just so, the texture is so smooth and nice for writing on. These are just decorative, but again, pretty music paper with some decoupage napkin. And then this is a tea-dyed card with lines and a pretty little parchment paper envelope. And then inside, just a piece of fold out tea-dyed paper. Fits in here. And back in the little belly band. This was just so much fun to make. I really enjoyed working on this scale. I don't know that I want much smaller, but I probably don't want, I really don't like the really big ones because it takes so long to fill them up. And then this one's the other side of that tea-dyed index card. And inside I have a little card, and what I did with the little sayings and things was I got them out of a book about angels. And the theme of all of the quotes and poems are kindness. Kind words can never die, cherished and blessed. God knows how deep they lie, stored in the breast. Like childhood simple rhymes, said o'er 1,000 times, in all lands and climes, distant and near. Sweet thoughts can never die. Though like flowers, their brightest hues may fly in wintry hours, but when the gentle dew gives them their charm anew, with many an added hue, they bloom again. And it says author unknown, and it's Angels of Mercy, Whispers of Love. That's the book I got this out of. So it's a really sweet poem on kindness. I just decorated the front with a little bit of ephemera and doily. That's the back of it. This one's fun. I just ripped a piece of really nice cotton and it unties. You probably don't even have to untie it, but again, there's another little quote on kindness. It's truly a delight to be with the mild and calm person, and inasmuch as like begets like, the same spirit rubs off on others. Indeed, kind associates are what we all need. give me the considerate look and the gentle voice. I really like that one. It's so nice to be around calming people. And this one just ties up. I find many of you here on Facebook that are calming when you read or talk, the videos that I gravitate to. I mean, I like people who are peppy and fun and, you know, vibrant too, but that's that. Some more journaling paper, a little tuck spot here with journaling tag. It's another pretty pocket. Oh, I like this one. This one is a faux envelope with a little canvas daisy flower, and it opens up. Well, first of all, I put tea-dyed paper on the back so you can journal, but on the inside there's a little poem about the daisy. Daisies are one of my favorite flowers. It says, "I'd choose to be a daisy if I might be a flower, closing my petals softly at twilight's quiet hour, and waking in the morning when falls the early dew to welcome heaven's bright sunshine and heaven's bright teardrops too." It's "I choose to be a daisy." Author is anonymous. It just tucks back under there and tucks, oops, back in here. And then I just have a little random collage tag. It's a little fiddly because it's small. And then I have this really fun one that it was a mason jar tag, but I just covered it and put a little metallic gold heart and put it on with a brad, and it has a nice little poem as well. "A kind heart is a fountain of gladness, making everything in its vicinity freshen into smiles," by Washington Irving. And it's, flips. I like the paper that it's on. It's real vintagey, watercolor look. And then just some more parchment paper pages that I discovered you really can journal on these nicely. It's a little tag, embellished page, another little tag, parchment paper. I clipped this tag on. It's really pretty. And inked that one. And then just more tea-dyed ones. Here's a glassine bag. And then this is a faux envelope that I stitched. I just tucked in a few pieces of paper for journaling, a little vintage stamp washi. And that's the end. At the back here I have another little ribbon belly band, a tiny little tag, and another little flip of tea-dyed paper that folds out for journaling and tucks down in this belly band. Oops, like so. And in the back there's more of that really beautiful vintage lace here, and another tea-dyed tag that sticks down in there. So this is my tiny little journal. I had so much fun creating, and I'm just starting out the new year making sure I get some time in to do what I love, which is to craft. Besides all the other little things I still have to do, work related, home related, and all that good stuff. So I hope you will be blessed. That's what I'm calling this little journal. And I'll look forward to crafting with you again soon. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.